All right, champ. Grrr, grrr, bow.
Yeah.
You know what it is. L.O.T.S approved media. You heard what it is.
Don't shoot the messenger, man.
That part.
episode Tizzy.
It's episode number 10, homie.
Oh yeah.
Episode number 10.
Episode number Tizzy. You know what I'm
Tizzy. Facts
saying?
though. That part. Episode number Tizzy, all right? Number
Yeah.
10. You're on episode
Yeah.
number 10, y'all. Serious. Very, very serious, all right? Wait for some people to get into the building, but for the most part, brother,
Yes, sir.
like I said, it's the L.O.T.S approved media, Mafia, Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, you heard? I go by the name of L.O.T.S approved media, L.O.T.S approved. This is my partner in crime, a PNC. I'm gonna let him introduce himself. Go ahead, G.
You already know this is the man, the legend, not no myth. Planet, god damn it, free G5. You already know this is how we do it. Don't shoot the messenger. Episode Tizzy. Episode number 10. This is how it goes down. This ain't no trend. We gonna be here forever, baby.
Forever. As long as Most High permit, we gonna be here. As long as Most High breathes air in our lungs, we gonna be here for the people, and we gonna get the word out. Don't shoot the messenger. You heard?
Don't do
Please
it.
do not shoot the messenger. You heard? We got more people coming into the building. Like I said before, this is the L.O.T.S approved media Mafia channel, all right? The Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 10, all right?
Number
10.
Number 10.
That part.
Yeah.
Now,
that part.
we got some people in the building. You guys make sure as soon as you guys come in the building, y'all know the motto, right? Don't be a ninja watcher. That's the person that be creeping and watching, right? Don't be no pocket watcher, because that's just a hater. And definitely don't want to be one of these. That's a peeping Tom. We all know what the peeping Toms do, all right? We know what they do to peeping Toms, all right? Also, make sure you guys leave a comment in the comment section. So you're supposed to be hitting that like as soon as you come in the building.
Right.
Start sharing as soon as you come in the building. And leave a comment. Leave your fingerprint. Let us know that you're in the building, all right? And if you do leave a comment, just know you're part of Mafia. Mafia, you know what it is. Throw your M's up. That part. Let's get this banner rolling. You gotta get the banner rolling. That part. Ooh, we got more people coming to the building, 4 people in the building. Make sure you guys are leaving a comment in the comment section. Let me know that you guys are in the building. All right?
The building.
On this this is a great weekend. This is Thanksgiving weekend, all right? Thanksgiving weekend. First of all, Planet, how was your Thanksgiving?
I was giving thanks. I was giving
part.
Thanks. You know what I'm saying?
That
I'm alive to give thanks, and that's the beautiful part of this Thanksgiving. But we giving thanks every day. It ain't just Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? We give thanks every day. So appreciative.
Thanks every day. Appreciative. So what was on the menu? I was supposed to come to your crib and come eat. I'm not gonna lie. I was supposed to come to you. I got invited by a lot of people, but I was supposed to stop by your crib especially.
And this the difference. You know how as yard people do it. You know what I'm saying? We had the pot roast did that. We did have the oxtail did that. We did have you see you understand, you understand? We did have the curry chicken did that. We did have the bami. We did have the roast fish. We did have
roast fish. Oh, man.
We had the fried turkey. We had the cornbread. We had the stuffing. You know what I mean? We had the tradition. We got the pumpkin pies. We got the sweet potato pie, man. You know, you as the trainer, man, your clients wouldn't want to come to my house. That's
definitely. It definitely wouldn't have been. Well, I ain't gonna lie, my clients were allowed to cheat yesterday. Yesterday was a cheat day. It would have been hard to monitor them. And having such a plethora, a smorgasbord of food. What do you call that? A buffet of food. It would have been hard to monitor them.
An abundance of food.
Abundance.
Every corner they went to, it was. Oh, here we're giving thanks to you. Enjoy. You know what I'm saying? How could you not enjoy? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was a blessed day, man. I got to see the kids grow. My son came down for the weekend. Shouts out DJ. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to the U.S. Army. Yeah, that was a good thing. Vibe with my son. Yeah, on Thanksgiving. That was a good day.
Good day. I seen your parents was dancing. I seen your moms. Miss Lang was dancing. I seen Super was dancing, enjoying themselves. I love that. I love that.
You know how Super get down. Super dance every night.
But your pops is the real one. Super's a legend.
Yeah, but just like you said, to catch him on camera.
That was legendary. That was like similar to catching the the chupacabra, right? The chupacabra, right? He's similar to the chupacabra. Seldom seen. He's seldom seen. You know what I'm saying? So when we actually caught Super on camera enjoying himself.
Yeah, but everybody knows him. That's the difference. Everybody knows who the chupacabra is.
Oh yeah, Facts,
nobody basically sees him. You're right. Facts. That's a perfect analogy, brother. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. I was supposed to stop over there and get something. You all know roast fish and all that.
Man,
I
love
my Jamaican food too.
You know I was calling you, man, but I already know how it go down. You had to go on tour, man. You had to go on tour and do your family tour. Stop here, stop there, stop there, stop there. And that's how it goes down, man. It's a family
lot of people invited me. Yeah, a lot of people invited me. I do apologize to everybody that invited me to their household. I'm super appreciative. Though I couldn't make it to everybody's household, I'm super appreciative, right? Because a lot of my homeboys, they mothers is like my mother. You know what I mean? Shout out to my sis, shout out to Shirley. She invited me to her spot too, but I could not make it. All right,
man.
Forgive me.
Real brothers understand. That's why I'm not getting at you right now, because I already know you missed out.
I missed out.
You missed out.
Because I was supposed to take some plates home, I'm supposed to have like leftovers for like the whole weekend, basically.
You're supposed to be good. You're supposed to be good. No supermarket, no keto diets for you, bro.
I ain't supposed to be. I mean, I was in Panda Express that had no business being at Panda Express. I'm supposed to be enjoying Thanksgiving. I'm supposed to have some great, this leftovers taste even better the next day.
Oh my gosh, bro. Oh man, shouts out to
I messed up.
Shouts out to Christy, man. She made some cornbread. Oh man, I made some potato salad that was so off the chain. Oh man, I made some rum punch right there with the real yard white red nephew in there. You already know how the Zoes do with the barbecue.
Yeah,
I was finna put a little general in there, but I'm like, I might get too violent. Let me just leave the Uncle Ray in there. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie. I love my Ray and nephew. You talking about I can't drink Ray and nephew, mind you, right? I can't drink Ray and nephew by itself.
No,
I'm not that strong. I'm not that gangster. I'm not that gangster. But in the punch, man, I killed some Jamaican rum punch.
I'm not that gangster myself, brother. I'm not gonna lie.
I ain't gangster enough for that Ray and nephew by itself.
And I put it in the punch. You could smell it in the punch, but you could have even barely tasted it in there.
Facts. I ain't gonna lie. Ray and nephew goes great with the punch. The rum punch is that shit. It's a perfect blend.
Matter of fact, that's what had mommy dancing. Yes.
Now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. I get it. I get it.
Dancing.
I get it. Yeah. You guys, make sure you guys, God Bane in the building. Shout out to God Bane. Make sure you guys go check out God Bane's music on YouTube. Shout out to Bane. Happy Thanksgiving to Bane. Happy Thanksgiving to Paul Bizzle. Happy Thanksgiving to Tanya Cadet. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Make sure when you guys come in the room, make sure you guys are leaving a comment in the comment section as soon as you come in the room. All right. Leave your fingerprint. Let them know that you was in the building. You guys make sure you guys are hitting that like button. All right. Don't be a ninja watcher. It's the person that be creeping and watching. Hit that like button. Also, share this with everybody else so we can get this out to the people. Especially share the live while we're live. Share it to other people that's on Thanksgiving. Everybody's at home right now enjoying themselves with their family. And hopefully they get a chance to catch this live stream. All right. Because this is going to be an interesting live stream. We had some events that took place. Although it was a great Thanksgiving, we have some events that took place, right? And we're gonna speak about them, obviously. First of all, I know everybody heard about the Walmart, Walmart incident. All right, with what's the guy's name? The guy's name is something Bing. Let me get his name here. I do forget the man's name, but a Walmart employee. He's a team leader at Walmart.
He's 31 years old. That's what I remember. He's 31. Yeah. Team leader. Working his way up to be a manager, I heard.
Yeah, definitely. Well, he's a team leader. That would be the next move after being a team leader. You want to go to supervisor,
manager position, somewhere
managerial position
of that nature. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. Everybody want to move up in life, like the Jeffersons. Know.
Andre. His name is Andre Bing. All right.
Andre Bing.
So we're gonna speak about Andre Bing. Andre Bing, he murdered 6 people at work. If you guys don't know, he's a Walmart team leader in which he walked inside of the break room and he proceeded to shoot people. All right. So he murdered 6 people and wounded other people. All right. The guy goes by the name of Andre Green, Andre Bing, and he was a team leader.
And one was a minor. So
yeah, 16-year-old minor. They he's because he's young. They wasn't allowed to release his name. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
We're gonna also speak about that. There's something else that took place also. Charleston White. You guys know Charleston White. Charleston White is never a dull moment when we talk about Charleston White. If you guys don't know, Charleston White is the activist that's an internet sensation. He's the one that has this campaign about snitching. He's trying to get everybody to turn into a snitch. He's trying to convert everybody into snitches. I'm just being honest. Yeah. Don't shoot the messenger. Please don't shoot the messenger.
Please don't do it.
Please. All right. Like I said, Charleston White is trying to convert everybody into being snitches. Now, I understand his plight. I understand what he's trying to do, but I don't agree with everything he does, obviously, right?
Exactly.
Charleston White pulled out a pistol while he was being interviewed. During the interview, he pulled out a pistol. He began to threaten the host of the show. All right. Something got him. It was something subsequently that had him that got him riled up, that led up to that point, right? But yeah, Charleston White ended up in the fire. He pulled out the pistol on a host while he was getting interviewed. All right. So we're gonna speak about the Walmart. We're gonna speak about Charleston White.
Right.
Also, we want to give a shout out to Diddy and his son. All right. Yeah. Diddy and his son was seen on social network. They were celebrating for the fact that they're both on top of the charts, father and son. I don't know if that's ever been done in history of music.
Wow.
But Puffy definitely has accomplished this with his son. All right. So Sean Puffy Combs, Diddy, whatever you want to call him, Mr. Brother Love.
Great accolade, man. Great
accolade. He's up there with his son, man. That's awesome. Now, we definitely gonna speak about the World Cup. So, we can't leave that out, even though we're in America. Football is our main, football and basketball. If you guys don't know, soccer is an international sport. All right, it's embraced by all nations. It's bigger than any American sport. All right, soccer.
Everybody loves
the World Cup is going on at this point, so we're gonna speak about the World Cup. We're gonna have to speak about this. Is the funny one, talk about August Alsina coming out. August Alsina's coming out. He's gay. He's coming out, right? He showed his lover. All right. We're gonna definitely speak. We're gonna speak on that. All right, we're gonna speak on August Alsina and his endeavors. And you already know August Alsina. That was he was formerly with Jada Pickett. I don't know if he's still with Jada Pickett, but I'm curious to know how Will feels about this. I know Will's probably, he's probably rooting, like, kind of happy, right?
Probably.
I would be happy if my girl was cheating, or if my wifey was cheating with some dude and he turned out to be gay. I would be happy. I better look at your selection. Look who you picked.
I forgot the alleged term for what they was calling that situation at the time. It was a love triangle. It was something.
It wasn't the trifecta.
It wasn't a trifecta. It was something of that nature.
It was not a debacle.
It was. I'm not sure.
I forgot what was the term. It was a term. It was a term that they were using. You see how quick the internet is. The internet is 15 minutes of fame. Yeah. One thing is one day it's trending. Next thing you don't forgot about it. Right? It's literally 15 minutes of fame. But it was some term that they were using for that circle that they had with
making it like it's cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I forgot the term too. I forgot what the term that they was using behind it.
I forgot the term too, man.
Right. But nonetheless, we're gonna speak about that. We're also gonna speak about Saweetie and Quavo. Now, Quavo and Saweetie, they was in a prior relationship in which allegedly Quavo said that Saweetie slept with Offset. Saweetie also allegedly slept with Lil Baby. All right. Oh, there we go, right there. That's why I love the comment section, bro. What would I be without y'all? Entanglement. God Bang, let us know. Entanglement. It was an entanglement. That part. Yeah, what would I be without y'all, man? Entanglement. That part.
It was an entanglement. That's what they called it. Now I wonder what they're gonna call this new one. Arrangement.
An arrangement?
I don't know, man. We're going to find out later on in the show.
That could be considered an arrangement. It's definitely an arrangement. All those are some form of arrangement.
Yeah, man. We're going to find out later on in the show.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? And Tanya Fan Fan, that's sis. That's my younger sister in the building.
Hey,
Tanya
shots
Fan
out,
Fan said
sis. How you doing?
entanglement. All right.
Entanglement. Oh.
Entanglement. All right. So now
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna speak about that. We're gonna speak about Saweetie, we're gonna speak about Quavo and all this, and we're gonna speak about also Erica Mena. All right, so it's a little messy. This episode number 10. This is episode number 10, y'all. All right. There's 9 episodes prior to this. You guys, if you haven't seen the 9 episodes, I used to have them on Facebook. I took them down off of Facebook. You guys got to go to L.O.T.S approved media and go check them out on my YouTube page. All right. There's 9 prior episodes prior to 10. All right. Obviously, we're on episode 10. Yes. So we're gonna speak about Erica Mena and Safari. Erica Mena put on a show. Erica Mena put on a show on Love and Hip Hop, the reunion, whatever. The ending, whatever they do at the end, that thing that when they come at the end, they all come together. Well, she made a spectacle. You know, she was very traumatic. Very drama was going on.
She showed that donkey, brother.
She definitely
showed that donkey.
Yeah, she definitely acted. She definitely acted a donkey, and she got a donkey. That part. Yeah. So we're gonna talk about Erica Mena. Like I told you, it's gonna be a little messy. We're gonna speak about the well, let's get into it. Yeah, first of all, let's get into what's the name. Let's get into the Virginia.
Yeah.
All right. So Virginia worker. There was a Virginia worker. This guy works in Chesapeake, Virginia. All right, a Walmart, in which he's an employee there. So the man walked inside of the break room and proceeded to murder people. All right. He killed approximately 6 people were murdered in that process, and other people were wounded. They're saying up to 5 people were wounded, right?
Up to 5 or 6 people were wounded. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, the numbers are going to change because at the end of the day, when you get information from the internet, things are subject to change, especially when it's just updated. It's constantly being updated. So when it's fresh, you're going to update it and numbers are going to change, right? So don't quote us on that, but they said up to 5 people were wounded, all right? But definitely 6 people murdered.
Don't shoot the messenger, man.
Don't shoot the messenger. Please don't shoot the messenger.
Please don't do it.
But well, like I was saying about this guy now, this guy, he didn't own a weapon. He actually purchased his weapon the day of. All right, so he was able to buy a pistol the day of. All right, and he walked inside, and it seems like some people, okay, there was 2 women that gave descriptions, right? There was one woman that said that it was random people that he was shooting, which I kind of find it hard to believe because I don't think people are sensitive like that. Especially, I'm gonna lie to you, black people, when we go do something, we're targeting certain people. I'm not saying we're not capable of it, but 9 times out of 10, we're targeting certain people, right? But somebody else also gave witness, and they said that he was targeting people. So it was 2 contrasts of descriptions, right? One person saying target, one person saying random. What proves to me why he was it was targeted because he actually let one woman go.
That's
from the woman's mouth.
Yeah, that's a great line of defense. That would what we say substantiate the it wasn't so much random. That would substantiate that part. But if, just like you say, if that woman wasn't there, of course, man, that would have been just some random. He felt bad that he just didn't want to be messed with that day, or somebody just made him snap that day and just got him into his killing aura. You know, we never know what happened with these mass murderers. Some of them be raised like that, and they have their situation building up in their body for years, sometimes weeks. Sometimes they've been being picked on. Sometimes they're just allegedly just like have fetishes with just seeing bloodshed. We never know until it actually happens. And he died from a self-inflicted wound.
Yeah. He definitely died from a self-inflicted wound. He definitely looks like he killed himself.
Yeah, man.
Right? He committed suicide after the fact. But yeah, it wasn't random. He had a death. First of all, this was premeditated.
Oh.
None of this was random in actuality. Initially, he had they did a forensics check. They looked on his phone in which he had a death message on his phone.
Wow, I didn't even get that far. That's what I'm saying. I didn't even see that.
Yeah. So basically, they found this letter. So obviously it was premeditated. And like I said, he's complaining about people making fun of him and things of that nature. But the funny thing is like you got people that were younger than him and older because he's only 31. So he killed a 16-year-old kid.
16-year-old kid, 22-year-old co-worker, and a 39-year-old co-worker, and I think the other couple were, I think, in their 40s, or I'm not sure, you know what I'm saying, but I know the alleged gunman, I don't know what was his trigger point, what were they making fun of him for?
That I don't know. I know the story is gonna get updated more and more, and it's gonna be more revealing as to what made him, what pushed him to do that. But like I said, the story is just breaking, and we'll get more information on the story. But for the most part, the guy, well, they was picking on him. He purchased a pistol the day of, and he went in the break room and proceeded to kill people.
Right.
All right. Like I say, he's a Walmart worker, obviously from Chesapeake, Virginia. I don't know what's going on. It's I think within 2 weeks, or I don't know how far was the prior event, but it's like it's getting more closer to these mass murderings.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's getting more closer, right? So I don't know if it's something in the country, is it something that's going to be trending in this country, but it's something that we definitely got to keep our eyes on, because people,
definitely,
this is a monkey see, monkey do society. People are easily influenced, and that's just human beings. It's not just America. It's human beings abroad all over the planet, where monkey see, monkey do people. So
and
you have a lot of people that see these.
Now. It's even worse now, brother, because the internet, they're getting closer to see what their fetishes is basically hand on. The fetishes are hands on now, so they can actually be like, oh, I've never seen a goat get skinned, or I've never seen a human sacrifice. They could easily type in Google and find human sacrifice and see it. You know what I'm saying? And get more enticed by what they're seeing. It ain't back in the days where they have to sit there in their little closet in their zone and this and that, and half of them want to be able to act it out. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man.
Facts. Well, I just want to say rest in peace, rest in peace to everybody, all the victims in that event.
First of all, rest in peace.
And on behalf
condolences to the whole families that lost the loved one in that situation, and quick recovery to everybody that was wounded in that situation in Virginia.
Facts, though, that part. Condolences to all the family members that are involved, that had people that were victims in that situations, on behalf of L.O.T.S approved media Mafia. All right. Tragic event. Even I pray for the guy that actually shot the people, because you don't know what type of pressure he was under. Not to say that I'm forgiving him, but you got to be understanding, right? Because I'm curious to know what prompted him to do that. Obviously, well, we know that he was being picked on, but what made him so, what made it so his skin wasn't that thick? That's what I'm concerned about.
That's what I'm most concerned about, because just like they say, to every negative, there's a positive. So we don't know what triggered his situation. You know what I'm saying? Like we already know what they're gonna say. He was a regular kid growing up. We never expect that. You know, that's everybody's story until something tragic happens. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm with you. Literally, I'm with you on this one. But like we said, until we find the trigger points on what actually happened to trigger this moment, it's crazy. Mass shootings are happening more and more.
They're becoming reoccurring.
Yeah, more recurring it's like every month, or between every 3 weeks, every month we get a new mass shooting, whether it's a school shooting or a gay bar shooting, or it's something that's just happening. You know what I'm saying? It's getting scary. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, most definitely. Also, let's go into on a little lighter note. Let's go right into this this Quavo and Saweetie thing.
Right.
All right. Definitely, I want to go right into this one right here. All right. So we all know on a lighter note, we all know that Quavo and Saweetie were once together, right? And we know that the breakup was they broke up on bad terms. All right. Now Saweetie, Quavo dropped the album as of recently. Quavo dropped the album Rest in Peace, Offset. Rest in peace to Offset. You know what I mean? On that project, he revealed some things, right? You know how most people wait for their project to come out and they reveal some stuff on the project just to promote the project even more. Because you know, a lot of times we wonder what's going on in their private lives. You know what I mean? We kind of do want to know, because you guys' lives, their lives are displayed in front of us. They grow up right in front of us. So by default, we're in their business, right? Quavo revealed something in one of the songs. Quavo was quoted, I don't know quote for quote, but he said, damn, you should have let me know that you wanted to get with the gang. You want to be with my homeboy. So a lot of people are referring to Lil Baby and Offset. Now, we as observers, we're kind of confused at this point. We're confused. We don't know if he's talking about Offset or is he talking about Lil Baby. I'm confused, right? I don't want to assume. Or maybe he's referring to both of them. We don't know at this point. But he definitely spoke about Saweetie cheating on him, right?
Man, I don't know if this man just speaking from a broken heart perspective, and this man is just, I don't know, man. Hey, man, I don't know, man. You already is Quavo, man. You could go get any girl you want right now. You's a boss right now, man. Rest in peace to your nephew, man, and this and that. But I don't know. I don't know. From that perspective, I just look like he just looking for something to be mad at right now, because everything's bothering him right now because he's going through turmoil with his, you know what I'm saying?
This happened prior to, remember, this is a pre-recorded. This was recorded before. The album was out before Rest in Peace Takeoff passed away. So this is already before. So it has nothing to do with him going off emotion of his nephew being murdered. It has nothing to do with that.
So what happened what happened to the tracks being leaked?
What you mean tracks being leaked?
I heard her tracks was being leaked. Was that her?
Well, I don't know, but she just dropped the project. Saweetie, shout out to Saweetie. She just dropped the project, a mixtape, and they say she only sold 2,000 units. I don't know, you know what I mean? But I don't know about a mixtape being sold that also. I don't even know why they refer to it as a mixtape. But anywho, Saweetie, basically, she just dropped the project. Now, Saweetie, she dropped a project. She dropped a verse in response to Quavo. She said Quavo is gossiping. She said something gossiping. I should have never gave you none of this pretty something bullshit, something like that. You know what I mean? So my thing is, right? Joe Budden responded. Joe Budden said, and this is going viral too. All right, shout out to Joe Budden, Joe Budden podcast. Joe Budden basically said, "Sweetie, we don't care nothing about what you got going on with Quavo. We want to know, did you fuck Offset or did you fuck Lil Baby? That's what we want to know."
Straight up.
And I ain't gonna lie, I have the same sentiments, man. I echo that. I don't really care. Like, to me, and Saweetie now, she's getting a big backlash because they saying, dog, why you drop this? You responding to Quavo in this moment? And what's going on with Quavo life? He just lost his nephew, and you chose to speak about this. And then her fans are like, oh, nah, you can't tell somebody when and where to respond. Society is becoming, dog. Society is getting ridiculous at this point. Nobody wants to be held responsible. Everybody wants to utilize their freedom at the wrong time. So it's like this. Come on, man. Nobody wants to hear all this. We don't even care too much about your situation with Quavo at this moment. You could have waited a little bit in the future to bring us to disclose that to the public. You could have kept that to yourself. But since you open it to us, we gonna deal with the issue, right?
Right.
I want to know why she didn't reveal who she slept with. If it's open, if you can say he's gossiping, if you have the audacity to talk about Quavo's gossiping, why you can't say what you was doing? Because it's evident you was sitting on Lil Baby's lap. We see that.
It's evident.
We see that you was sitting on Lil Baby's lap in that mirror. I don't know if y'all was at the clothing store, where y'all was at, but you was sitting on Lil Baby's lap. It's evident Lil Baby said we can't swap it out. It's evident. It's no matter how subliminal they kicking it, no matter if they don't recite each other's name, no matter if they don't call out each other's names in the verses, this is beyond subliminal. We know who you're talking about.
Of
but
course.
Now we just waiting for her to admit who she was sleeping with.
But this is the thing with females and publicists. It's all marketing. You know what I'm saying? She's trying to build up a buzz off of what we could say a horrific situation at this time And that's how some people may look at it. Don't shoot the messenger. You know what I'm saying? Some people may look at it in that light. But then other people may look at it in the light like, oh, she's just trying to make it successful. She's just trying to do it. She's just trying to do her thing. But man, at this point in time, why does this come out? Now, why don't you just reveal who you, if it ain't nobody, it ain't nobody. You know what I'm saying? Just like I say, put your face on camera. If it's so much of a gangster that you worry about that, you know what I'm saying? Put him on the camera. He ain't gonna worry about it.
Put who on the camera?
Put who she's sexing on the camera.
I'm trying to figure out. Like, if she has the balls to say, Quavo, you're gossiping, right? She's saying, Quavo, you're gossiping. So basically, she's trying to say, yo, let me tell you something. If you think she thinks she actually could sleep with his cousin and his homeboy, and he's supposed to be this super tough gangster player. He's supposed to be like, don't say nothing. I thought you was gangster. I thought you was a player. Where does it stop at? Where does it stop? If you could sleep with somebody's dog, you could sleep with your man's best friend or good friend. You could sleep with your man's cousin. Where does it stop at?
Where?
What did it stop at? What about the daddy? So if you would have had sex with his daddy, you would have called that gossiping too. So basically, he's not supposed to speak about that. He's supposed to be a man. He's supposed to be a player. He's supposed to be a gangster. He's supposed to have a heart. He's supposed to have ice where his heart used to be. You know what I mean? So be on some Chris Brown.
Okay, Omarion. Omarion with the ice box.
That's what it's supposed to be. So I'm not
Omarion.
I'm on my Marion shit. There's an ice box where my heart used to be.
Right there.
So I'm lost.
That ain't gonna open up that can of worms with this boy Lord. So you see how that boy went into this ice box for my heart.
My heart used to be. Facts though. That part. You know what I mean? But I'm dog planet. I'm dead serious. It's like I'm wondering, like, yo, she expect this man to be so play, and it's like, and everything is backfiring on her. Like, my nigga, if you could deal with somebody, my nigga, if you can talk to somebody's homeboy and his own cousin within I don't know how long of a time, I don't know at what distance it was, how far in between that event took place, those two events took place. But if you thought this man Quavo was supposed to be quiet and don't say nothing, and you calling that gossiping, nah, man. It's called venting. It's venting.
That man actually cared about you. That's what it's called. He actually cared about you. He didn't. Oh yeah, I'm put you in a position to win with me because I actually gave I care about you. You know what I mean? Almost curse. You know what I'm saying? But I do care about you. So when I put you in a position to win, and then you want to make it seem like I'm making a scut bucket win. Why? Just why I understand the line. Why you ain't tell me you want my friend or you ain't want this dude or this dude? I would have left you alone.
Let me tell you something.
I'm going to put that on my plate.
Facts. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. If you break up with your woman and you don't act up in no way, shape, or form, if you break up with the woman you love, you was planning on marrying, you invested all your money into, you brought her around your family, your mother, your cousins, your brother. You did all this with this woman. You built, you was constructing your future based upon what you and her are gonna do together. You invested your
mind and
mentally, spiritually, and physically. You invested in this girl, and you don't feel no type of way. You just break off at ease, and you don't even need a necessary for you to vent. That girl ain't mean nothing to you, homie.
Yeah.
And there's no way that we as men, once we bring you around our family members, you mean something to us.
Straight up. You ain't shed not one tear about this female. Come on, man. And I don't speak on you.
That means
even if I tell my homeboys, man, bump that girl, man. I ain't even, man, that's me venting to my homeboys because I actually cared about you. I might not tell them the whole detail 9 of why I'm venting, but if they ask about, oh man, what's up with so and so today? I'm like, oh man, bump that, man. You know what I'm saying? This and that, man. That girl tripping. You know what I'm saying? And they know on to the next subject. What we gonna do today? You know what I'm saying?
A woman, as let me say something. If you ain't deeply in love with no woman, if you ain't deeply in love with the woman you with, she ain't got your heart.
Nah, exactly.
Shout out to Genius in the building, yo.
Shouts out to Genius.
Big up to Genius, man. Big up to Genius, you heard? But let me tell you something. If a woman doesn't have you slightly emotional, the box ain't right. You don't love her.
Right.
You didn't have nothing invested in her. So that's a reflection on your relationship, how you didn't mean nothing to that man. I don't care. Ain't enough pride in the world is gonna stop a man from venting a little bit about the woman he loves. And so she tripping.
Nothing in this world gonna stop a man from trying. You feel me? Especially for the one they love, regardless of their situation, whether they top tier or they bottom tier. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter if that woman don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? Don't matter if that woman don't understand that. Whether he's a top tier dude that could put her in a Bentley, or he's that bottom tier dude that works at Amazon that try to keep food in their fridge every week. He's trying for them.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But you know what I'm saying? The world get blinded by what they see on the facts of, oh yeah, he is Bentley quality dude. You know what I'm saying? And he did have her in these front seats of these Bentleys. So once he brought her around all these, she felt, oh, that's her access key to everything. Even if the statements is true, that's her access key to everything. So now if I'm that same bottom tier dude, and me and my dogs from Amazon is sitting down at Amazon, we just watching the football game, you eyeing one of my dogs eating out of the Cheetos bowl, how am I gonna feel at the end of the day? Why ain't you telling me you wanted my dog that was eating out of the Cheetos bowl? I'll let you talk to him.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Just leave me out of it. Y'all ain't coming to my house to watch football next week. That's all that is. Y'all ain't coming to my house to watch football next week. That's all that is. And that's the same thing he's trying to vent to her. Be like, don't be up in my face doing that, man.
Straight up. Sweetie got Sweetie ain't got no balls and she got balls. You know what I mean? She got the hornets. She got the hornets. All right. She dropping her nuts too, and she ain't got no nuts. I don't know what Sweetie doing. At the end of the day, I feel like Sweetie brought her value down. But there's this new revolution that women go through every once in a while. They go through this revolution. You heard? And you know, we supporters of the women, but we gotta call a spade, all right? So this is what you call don't shoot the messenger. You heard?
Don't do it.
Don't shoot the messenger, all right? But there's a woman revolution going on. They just want to be sexually free. But ladies, let's have some respect for ourselves too now.
We love it. We love it.
You just can't just do everything and just chalk it up to men being chauvinists. Everything now is men. We're chauvinists now. Every aspect, we're chauvinists now. Oh, I slept with your daddy, and you started telling people that I slept with your daddy? What, because I'm a woman?
Yeah, that don't even sound.
I don't think that even has anything to do with gender. I think that's just being flawed. You just doing some flawed shit, and you got called out on your shit.
Sound appropriate right there. It really don't sound appropriate. That's number one. That's my father. I've known him. Literally, I came out of that. I came out of him before he went inside of you.
Facts.
So at the end of the day, when you want to sit there and try to prove a fact, you making yourself sound crazy talking about Wakanda forever after that fact. You want your women rights and everything. I love my women. I love women to the day. You know what I'm saying? I came out of a woman. You know what I'm saying?
I'm raised by a woman. I was raised by a woman.
You know what I'm saying?
So my respect for women is extreme. I have a high admiration for women. All right. I was raised by a woman, so I get a lot of my advice from women. So I preserve my women.
Some of the strongest people I know, and my top 5 people are women.
Women. Facts though. My mama is the strongest. My mama is the strongest woman I know.
And she's number one.
Number one.
She's the number one strongest person I know. She's the strongest person I know, and one of the strongest people I know. Not even as a woman. Just as a person.
Not even as a woman. That part, my mama's one of the strongest people I know. Not just a woman, one of the strongest people I know.
Of course.
Facts, though. I like the way you put that.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, gang.
It's not gender on that. It's not gender on that. You can say that that's transgender.
Yeah.
She could take any gender. She's number one. Any
gender. Facts.
Number one.
Yeah, number strong. One. Definitely, dog. It made me strengthen myself and have thicker skin when I realized what my mom's been through. And when I got older, me as an adult now, I really see how strong my mama is. Like that woman's strong.
Of course.
All right.
Of course,
So
man.
that's enough of that. We gonna get off of Saweetie and Quavo. Shout out to Saweetie. Shout out to Quavo. Hope y'all can resolve that issue. And Saweetie, you need to get up. Saweetie, please come up off of that right there.
Yeah,
you just
man.
you like. I don't like to see Saweetie going down that path right there because she's seeming like she's the fun girl. Saweetie's looking like the fun girl right now.
I don't want to see her go down a horrible path, man. You know what the rock star living is. It's not. It's a good look, but it's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Facts,
so
though.
I hope she takes into initiative, be safe out here, and be strong. You know what I'm saying? You're already being strong, but just be safe out here. You know what I'm saying?
That part. All right, man. That's enough. That's enough of Saweetie and Quavo. Shout out to Migo. Shout out to Quavo. Shout out to Saweetie. All right, and Sweetie's new project. But let's talk about the elephant in the room right now. All right. Let's talk about this August Alsina coming out the closet. August, he came out the closet. August Alsina came out the closet.
Oh,
you heard? So boom, August Alsina was seen on social network. You guys know August Alsina, the R&B singer, the guy that was in the debacle, the entanglement with Jada Pinkett, you know, Will Smith's wife.
Yeah, the
so
entanglement.
Your man Alsina came out the closet. Now August Alsina, you know, he just recently got into a scuffle with Tory Lanez, but it wasn't actually a scuffle. It was one-sided. Tory Lanez actually punched the man in his joint and had the, how Hassan Campbell say, in the snot box. The man hit the man. I ain't had that man gushing the blood. You feel me? Because what's the name walked up. He walked up and tried to shake his hand, in which he was not receptive. He did not shake Tory Lanez's hand. So Tory Lanez was offended, and he returned back and put his hands on the man. All right. So now your boy August Alsina has come out as gay. Now August Alsina, he was seen on the internet, and he was trying to say, he said something like, "Oh, I'm experiencing love in a different way." He's experiencing love in a different way, in which he came out with his friend, his partner, his how you call that, life partner? He came out with his life partner. That's the correct term, right? Life partner.
I think that's the terminology. Yes,
he came out with his life partner. All right, his lover. All right.
Yeah.
And you see, he hugged him. At first, he shook his hand, and
then
the lover came, and he kind of rubbed his back. He rubbed it. His lover rubbed his back.
He rubbed the small of his back.
Excuse me. Let me be serious. This is not no joke, man. Shout out to LGBTQ community. I'm not making fun of that. This is a very serious matter right here.
Dead serious community.
Very serious matter.
We're just emphasizing on what we see
emphasizing
with our own eyes. He grabbed him. He went in for the handshake, and then grabbed the small of his back.
He grabbed his back, and he went to rub in the. He proceeded to rub the man's back.
Yes.
All right.
So we could establish an entanglement.
Facts, though.
Okay, yeah.
Now I'm wondering, you guys, when you guys come in the building, make sure you guys are leaving a comment in the comment section. Hit that like button, all right? Don't be a ninja watcher. That's a person that be creeping and watching, all right? This is gonna be this broadcast is the Thanksgiving edition, episode number 10, all right? L.O.T.S Approved Media, Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast.
Don't do it.
All right? Don't shoot the messenger.
But
back to the subject at hand, the topic at hand, all right? Yeah. August Alsina came out as gay, all right? He came out with his lover. Yeah, all right? It's a dude that looked just like him, a red dude that looked just like him, brown skin. Yeah, I ain't trying to diss my red brothers, you know what I'm saying? Not to throw him in your category.
Me neither.
He's brown skin, you know, lighter shade of black. You know what I mean? And who would have thought? But for one, I'm curious to know. I want to know how Will Smith feels about this situation. Does he feel like he won? Was Will Smith actually celebrating in the mirror when this news came out? Because people always saying that Jada, she's leaving Will for what Will is not providing. So was August Alsina providing something that Will wasn't providing?
Nah, that's crazy. Nah, that seems crazy. What did August leave Jada for that Jada wasn't providing? Was it? I hope it wasn't vagina.
It can't be about no. Okay.
I hope it wasn't about vagina, because that's what it technically turns out like. I don't know. I hope it wasn't that serious. I hope she didn't mentally messed up this dude where he turned.
Let me tell you something. About Jada Pinkett, right? I'm about to put Jada Pinkett in the same category as Erykah Badu.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right. So now we know every man that's dated Erykah Badu has been influenced by her.
Mm-hmm.
She actually changed their lifestyle. She
Mm-hmm.
made a major impact. But to her credit, to her defense, she makes a positive impact on her man. Erykah Badu talked to Jay Electronica, Common Sense,
Andre 3000.
Andre 3000. You know what I mean?
And
And
all those brothers have eclectic mindsets. That's all I can say.
Facts.
Very eclectic. But I have to say,
Facts.
I could say art-wise that their mind span has opened up to the world in a different perspective. That's what I could say from the Baduism. From the Baduism.
That's that Baduism.
But the Jadaism, I don't know if this is a new trend. I don't know.
Let me tell you something. Everybody that's been in the path of Jada Pinkett, it looks like it's been a path of destruction.
Hey,
and not to say because August Alsina's gay, that's a path of destruction, but it's just like, first of all, did you know the man was feminine? Did you know he was gay? First of all, did you do anything to persuade him to be gay? Did you partake in anything when they was having sex? Was there anything that would be considered gay in that process? Did she have an inclination?
She might have been the strong one in the relationship.
That's what I'm saying. Because you got to keep in mind now, she ran Tupac. Tupac has passed away. I'm not gonna say Jada Pinkett had anything to do with it.
Rest in peace,
but
Tupac.
Look at the track record. Look at her track record. Jada Pinkett dealing with Tupac. Tupac passed away. Dealing with Will Smith. Will Smith is the most compromised person when you talk about his sexuality.
Right.
Him and Puff kind of get the same ridicule, right?
Hold on.
We don't know what their sexual preferences.
Yeah.
And now you have August Alsina. All right. So it's like her effect that she's having on men. It's not a positive effect. I think she's adding to the confusion.
Brother, like you say, man, Tupac probably wasn't with that. Shouts out to the LGBTQ community. Don't shoot the messenger.
Don't shoot the messenger, please.
This just is awful statement wise.
Facts.
Okay. Now, was she penetrating this man at this point? I don't know.
You're getting a little graphic. Let's not get too graphic.
I don't know, but because now
that's everybody's concern. Everybody, that's on the tip of everybody's mind.
Because now, when you sit there and think about it, why was Will so comfortable with that man being in his house and around his girl? If you're a married man,
facts.
Because if you're a married man, I know it's a certain extent. I love you, baby, but it ain't nothing going up my butt, baby. I'm sorry. I love you. You know what I'm saying?
But
like I'm saying, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying, like on that part. I'm not trying to make it seem like I know that's just what gay sex involves. I'm not trying to be like, oh, that's what, you know what I'm saying? Especially with two men. You know what I'm saying?
We gotta be appropriate with this one. We gotta be appropriate.
That's what I'm just trying to say.
My thing is, like I said, I don't know if she had any influence on that man when it comes to him coming out.
Me neither.
And I'm concerned about that. Because I believe women, come on, you got some inclination. You knew something. You knew something about the man, but that's neither here nor there.
That's one of my followers saying we should have been known something because he was wearing lip gloss. And I was like, look at here, you can't judge a man by that neither. Just because he wear lip gloss. Prince used to wear lip gloss, right? You know what I mean? Back in the day. I don't
know, man. Lip gloss, man. Let me tell you something, man.
That was one of my followers, man. Don't shoot the messenger. It wasn't me. It was one of my followers on another page that was giving me the info on this same thing we're bringing to you today. So, yeah.
Now, see, there's two comments that were made here, right? Okay, she said, remember that they had an open marriage. Open marriage already, that's something fugazi in that.
Yeah.
That whole open marriage thing is something weird in that is something weird within that, right? Because that takes away from the ethics of why you even get married.
And the code of why you even get married.
Yeah. It compromises the integrity of the marriage, right? So even to be married and to have an open relationship, that right there is that's oxymoron. That right there. It don't make no sense. It doesn't add up, right?
In America, in America,
it's not conducive to having a healthy marriage. Let's say that. It's not conducive to having a healthy marriage. But Genius made something, right? Here go Melvin Armstrong. He said, "But look how the kids came out," and that's something big. Now, if you look at the whole agenda, right? Then they one day wasn't they down with Scientology?
Yeah, that was the Tom Cruise and all that.
So you have Scientology, yeah, Tom Cruise, right? So what I'm trying to say is, right? Look how Melvin said, right? The kids are they kind of buy the daughter and the son, right? They don't want to claim a gender. They want to be ungender biased. I'm not listening. I don't know all the terms. I'm trying to be careful. Non-binary, right? They want to be non-binary. Then you have Will Smith with his sexuality being questioned, right? And shout out to Will Smith, shout out to the kids and everything. Don't shoot the messenger. We just hear discussion. This is a discussion, all right? Do not shoot the messenger. But Will Smith is compromised. They speak about his sexuality. Now you have August Alsina. Come on, bro. That's two. All those events correlate. All those events coming together. It's not by coincidence. This is not a coincidence.
Yeah, or not, or you could say it's programmed.
What do you mean by programmed? It's
programmed. Hey, man, you know, that's how they say it's a program. It's that you get what you see. You know what I'm saying? And that's the craziness. It's like for instance, I seen my brother sitting down one day, right? And then out of the blue, literally his junior sits in the same exact spot and sits the same exact way that he sat. You understand what I'm saying? So it was like, you know what I mean? Traitful wise.
So you trying to say the kids was programmed to be like that?
Program is probably in their blood from somewhere.
You think it's genetics? You think it's hereditary?
It's hereditary somewhere. Somewhere, yeah. And in this day and age, it might be the internet that's making them put a different level of speaking in their mindset to make them feel like, oh, I could be who I want to be. I could be non-binary. You know what I mean? That's down to the person who even attacked Nancy Pelosi husband and this and that. They're trying not to prosecute him because they don't know where to put him because he's not saying he's a male or female. I'm non-binary, so they don't know where to put him. You understand what I'm saying? So that's these new terms that they're using to induce and get around the system, manipulate the system. It's just, man, it's just a wild world we're living in. What type of world are we living in?
Because this is what Toya Ready Made said. She said basically that they see it, they do it. So that's kind of part of it being their program to do that. I kind of agree. I agree with that, man. They're definitely there's some programming going on within that, right?
Beautiful.
But it's just crazy.
I couldn't say it better myself.
It's crazy because August Alsina, he's from New Orleans, I believe, right? He's from Louisiana. So he used to talk like he was gangster, but we all know gangsters, they be gay too. All right, that's a big misconception. The biggest, buffest dudes be gay. I don't care if they got a big Rick Ross beard. You know what I mean? No pun intended. Shout out to my doggy. Shout out to Fat Boy. Shout out to Ross. No pun intended. But cats be big with beards and still be gay. All right. So definitely you can't judge a book by its cover.
At all.
All right.
At all.
But yeah, that's crazy, man. And August Alsina came out, man. It's something big. And he came out and it was like he's pushing the agenda. He didn't look nervous, to be honest with you. The handshake was kind of suspect. You know, he didn't know what to do, how to approach that. But that's just because he's not used to coming out like that. But yeah, he's looking like he's making a smooth transition. You know what I mean? I see DJ Demix is constantly posting new footage of August Alsina with his lover. I remember August Alsina had his hair permed at one point too, right?
Yeah.
And that was kind of weird when he had his hair permed.
I wonder
it was something strange. Not to say because you have your hair permed, that means that you're gay, but it was something, it was kind of strange.
Yeah, I wonder if this the setup for a next project coming out too, man. I don't know. He probably got a new album coming out. Distant Lovers. Who knows? Don't shoot the messenger. I don't know, man. I'm trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
Distant
Shots out.
lovers.
Yeah,
Distant lovers.
that's
That's
what
what
they.
we are.
That's what they
Trying
is.
hard to the way we feel. Ooh. Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah,
So
that's that
so
classic.
so yeah, classic though. That part. All right.
You
So
feel
yeah,
me?
shout out to August Alsina, man. Do your thing, brother. Do your
Yeah,
thing. I'm not here to judge nobody. All right. Do your
not at
thing. Homie.
all.
I just find it, I find it peculiar that you came out the way you did, and you knowing your background, but I guess it all gonna make sense at the end of the day, right?
I
So
guess so. I
we already
guess
let's go into something else. I told you this is gonna be this is gonna be kind of messy, all right? Because a lot of relationship things going on today. Like I told you, we spoke about Quavo with Saweetie. Quavo,
Right.
Saweetie cheating on Quavo with Little Baby, and
Right.
also Offset. All right.
Right.
Now we also spoke about August Alsina. Now I want to go into the Love and Hip Hop cast, particularly Erica Mena and Safavi.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now Erica Mena was on Love and Hip Hop, and she took to social network the other day. I think it was a Love and Hip Hop excerpt where she was saying she was crying because she went to court, and basically she was going to child support court, and she was awarded only $4,000. The only reason I'm using the term only because obviously she was dissatisfied with the amount. All right, so apparently she only got $4,000 from Safari a month. She's only getting $4,000 a month for child support. Now, once again, I don't have no kids, so you always got to time in on this. I can give my opinion, but they always tell me if you ain't got no kids, how can you say anything? Because you don't know how it feels. And I feel them because sometimes it does make sense, but sometimes it doesn't make sense. I'm still gonna voice my opinion no matter what, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I said, $4,000 every month for their baby. Now, my thing is, what happens to is it when women child support? It seems like they don't even consider what they're making, like as if like everything is based upon the father, like their lifestyle and everything is based off of what the father can provide. And I find that to be strange because what does that mean when you have a baby? What you stop bringing in income, or your income only counts for you? It doesn't count for the child no more. Is the child income is only based on the father?
99% of all child support cases are the men on the other side. You might find a few 1% that the females on the other side, and the only reason you're gonna find that female on the other side is if they have a drug problem. And that's the only reason they're going to call them an unfit mother. You understand what I'm saying? Or they might put their hands on their child. You understand what I'm saying? Those three things. Other than that, then they're literally have more access and more chances. With all those things being said, they still have more chances of getting back their child, gaining every access they need to their child before a man does that actually works 24 hours a day, that literally comes and pays all the bills. And if they literally break up, he has to go and still pay those bills and take care of her the same way that he take care of what the things that he used to do. He's still gonna have to continue to do it. If she wasn't doing those things before they broke up, she don't have to do it. That's the strangest thing about when it comes to what they say parental courts and all that. It's so weird. Why? Because in actuality, $4,000 is a decent amount of money for one child. It's a very substantial amount of money.
But is it though?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Because my thing is, right? All right,
Her
$4,000.
Her lifestyle. That's what she's paying for. She's paying for her lifestyle. If she was over here in Miami Gardens, shouts out to Miami Gardens, you know what I'm saying? And she could literally pay for one of these $2,000 a month cribs. The cribs is very beautiful in Miami Gardens, you know what I'm saying? They have nice,
Hold on, wait one moment. Speak to the people.
They have 3-4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms in Miami Gardens. She could be paying $2,000 a month. She could use another $1,000 out of that to fill up the fridge and buy snacks, take care of the kids and this and that. Even if she has another $1,000 over to pay for the light, the rent, not even the rent, just the light and the water and the cable and internet and stuff like that. And the kid got to eat.
All right,
And
this is
that's
what I
just
want to
from
say.
one end.
This one factor, right? Because I see a lot of people agree with what you're saying, right? Now, mind you, I'm innocent bystander. I'm a man with no kids, right? Let me tell you something. When those kids are going to those schools, can a child that's father's a celebrity go to a regular school?
Yeah.
Now, what happens when you're being recognized by kids that are less fortunate than you, that don't come from a great home, that don't have these great father figures and things? Aren't you going to be subject to be ridiculed? Like, aren't you going to be targeted?
But this is where you come into play. This is where you come into play as a parent. You don't, if you know that you're a kid, if you know you're popular in Miami, why would you send your child to school in Miami or Miami school, this and that? Oh, if I'm popular and this and that, I'm gonna literally go ahead, y'all move up to Palm Beach, or y'all move up to Gainesville and this and that, where they don't even actually know who I am. I won't put my kid in that position. I'm not gonna have my child on the screen. I'm not gonna be tagging my jits every day and being like, oh, look out, this is my son, this is my son. That is introduction to ridicule. Even if my kids don't do nothing wrong in their life, they're gonna look at my past, you know what I'm saying, and ridicule my kids for what I've done.
That's what I'm saying. You know so now, saying? Doesn't it cost for your wife for your baby mother to move? Like, doesn't that cost money for them to inconvenience themselves, move to some area that they're not familiar with, or they have less support system and things of that nature?
Anywhere other than the cities is cheaper. Anywhere other than Miami, California, New York, is cheaper on your budget, in your pocket. You go anywhere. You could go to Iowa and get that $4,000 a month and go be in that big stupid mansion. But no, you want to be in the city where you want to go. You want to go on South Beach. You want to go in that $4,000 a month condo where you don't make no extra money, and then you try to use your love and be like, oh, it ain't enough to live. No, you want to go into not even a $4,000 a month condo. You want to go into a $10,000 a month condo. That's what you're crying about. It ain't enough. It ain't enough. It ain't enough.
I'm being devil's advocate, because at the end of the day, I see everybody in agreement with it, but how I feel is like
at the end of the day, more money you're being a mother no more, you're being a beneficiary. You're not being a mother no more.
But at the same time now, the child is being targeted. Like, okay, so Toya said they don't have to let them know, but your father is on TV. So how successful are you going to be in hiding that? How are you going to hide that? Like, some kids don't look like their parents, but what happens when the word gets out?
Until this social media network, a lot of people ain't know a lot of people who were relatives with each other. That's the same way about, oh boy, you look like such and such. Oh yeah, that's my brother. Boy, I didn't even know that. Until they look and see your social media page and see who's actually following you. Oh, that's my sister, that's my brother. They don't know nothing. The same way you said. But now it's introduced to the world. These kids live off of that. They want that popularity. The kids don't want that because they cherish that now. Oh, I want to be on TikTok. I want to be the next TikTok star. I want to be the next Instagram star. So it's a double-edged sword on how they use it, because the kids could use it in an arrogant manner and make themselves get targeted, or they could use it in that cool kid manner and be like, oh man.
Yeah, but you got to keep in mind. You got to keep in mind though. Listen, no matter how much they try to disguise it, right? If this eventually reveals itself, right? If eventually people catch wind of it, is not that child livelihood in jeopardy? It's not the child livelihood in jeopardy if people find out that whose child that is?
Depends on the character of the person.
What do you mean?
Just like you said, it's just like the character of the person. That's just like I'm gonna just say a movie character. The same way we say that was Scarface, the drug dealer's kid, right? And you know that Scarface kid, and you go to the schoolhouse and this and that.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody in the world, mama know that Scarface kid. Everybody, the depends, it's a good and it's a bad thing. They're gonna take it like, oh, that Scarface kid, leave him alone. Or they're gonna be like, oh, that Scarface kid go there, we got an opportunity to kidnap him.
Yeah.
That's why I said it's a double-edged sword.
That's what I'm screaming. That's what I'm screaming.
Perspective. From the child's perspective is how they carry themselves too. If they carry themselves in a better manner, if they project how their father or their mother project, oh, it's trouble for them. It's
No,
trouble.
no, that's facts. But my thing is, right? This is what it is, Planet. Listen, those kids, first of all, in school, and I'm gonna include myself, we were some of the most bullying, disrespectful people. Kids love joking to other kids. That's why you have kids commit suicide in elementary school. Because when we go to school as elementary students and middle school students and high school students, we're very judgmental.
Right.
And if we find out any personal information, we will hold that against you.
Of course.
So now, him being Safari, look how Safari gets ridiculed. Look how Safari is subject, even though he gets money, he's subject to getting ridiculed at times, right? Like when what was his name? Meek Mill jumped him, right? He was robbed in front of a radio station. All these chain of events that happened to Safari. Shout out Safari. But there's a chain of events that took place with Safari that will leave him subject to being ridiculed, right? Now, imagine you being the child of this man. At the end of the day, kids are cruel. So what happens now when he's in school and they like, yo, your daddy's a punk? Or this is what happened to your daddy. Or your daddy don't even care about you. Your daddy don't even love your mama.
When a parent gonna step in to be a parent?
What does that parent have to do? I'm talking about the child.
All right, this is what the parent got to step in to be a parent. If they know their child is gonna be ridiculed to do all that, homeschool your child. You set up that platform. You set up that platform, and you did all this to your child, where your child can't go to a public school. Do you understand what I'm saying? You did this. If you can't put that on the child. If the child want a normal education, the child don't have to attach itself to your name. It literally could go to Ohio and go be somebody else. It don't have to be Safari's kid. It don't have to be, unless they say, I'm Safari's kid, right? Until that is mentioned, they don't have to do that. That show is not known everywhere all over the globe. It's not a #1 show in the world. You know what I'm saying? It's a United States show, and it's not the most popular show. It's not a Grammy-rated show. You know what I'm saying? If it was at that point where it's Oscar nominated or something like that, yeah, that more people will know, and more. You can't go to Iowa and you can't go to certain places with that. No, but it's not that. It has a big following, but it's not that big. But you see what I'm saying? So you literally could go hide your kid in Ohio, and your kid gets a top-notch education for way low money, than try to send them to a private school. Before you even break that bank book, before you even go in your pocket.
What? There's the inconvenience that goes on with that.
What inconvenience? The only inconvenience is she not making the extra bread. Where her money at?
But it has to be some compensation for inconvenience.
That's the only inconvenience.
Because
she ain't making no money. Where her money?
No, okay. So now you're gonna take the child out of now remember, we're social creatures now. You're gonna take the child out of this social environment and raise them, homeschool them.
We just talk about one blank book, $4,000. That's it. 4. We ain't talking about her money, what she making. We said 4 bands. 4. Now,
4 bands is a lot of money. I'm not gonna lie to you. It could cover any mortgage on a.
4 bands for you is a lot of money because you don't have no kids. Period.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So you definitely could live off $48,000 a year. You can live off $48,000 a year with no problem. Plus the little extras you get. You can live off of that when you by yourself. Now, when you want to make it seem that, I got to do this for the kid, I got to do this for the kid. Okay, that's the child's money. And that's y'all kid. It ain't just his child. It's both of y'all. So now he said he got 4,000. Well, your 4,000 come into play. Now, if that 4,000 come into play, that's 8 bands a month. So that 48 turned into 96,000 a year. Who gonna complain then?
I agree, because I'm wondering, like, what happens to the mother now, bringing in her income. Now, mind you, sometimes I got to play devil's advocate. You know what I mean? Just to make the conversation more interesting and just to open different aspects of it, right? We got to think in different ways. But I just like sometimes I feel like they disregard the fact that this child still needs a certain type of lifestyle that has to be facilitated. And you can't to me, you can't be celebrity and having your child with the least resources. Like you can't be a celebrity. When you're a celebrity, your main concern is to protect your child's best interests.
Now, if you're a smart celebrity, you'll look at your child as the next investment group. You feel me? You're not looking at your child as, man, this is the perfect example. You look at your child like I look at my child. I would look at my child how Master P raised Romeo. Shouts out to Master P and Romeo. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they did their thing. Master P, he was his executive producer to his child and this and that on No Limit Records until, okay, No Limit is yours. Now I'm gonna show you how to build your lifestyle, how to build money. You ain't gotta pick up no gun to do this. You can actually be a businessman and do this and this and that. And that's a perfect form of traits right there. Perfect form of trading right there. No, he's not trying to tell this man, oh yeah, I gotta hide you from the world. I gotta hide you from the world. No, this is how your daddy was eating. This is how we gonna eat. And then so when I hand over the reins to you, this is how you gonna do it.
So you think, let me ask you something. So not to cut you off, but let me ask you something. You think $4,000 can cover any child?
One child.
One child? Anybody's child.
Even up to two kids. $4,000 a month. You know where we live? We live in Miami, bro.
So see, my thing, I ain't gonna lie, I don't agree 100% with that. Because I feel like these kids need security. They need security in every way, shape, or form. I don't think $4,000
they see what
is gonna protect a child.
They see it and they want it. They don't need it. That's the difference.
You do need it.
I give my kids.
How you gonna leave your kid vulnerable like that?
I give my kids what they need. I don't give my kids I give my kids what they want half of the time because I can afford what they want half of the time. I give my kids what they need all the time.
So their kids don't need no protection. Their kids don't need protection.
They need food. They need protection. They need a roof over their head.
They don't need the best of schools.
Hold on. Public schools are the best schools in America.
No. Private schools get the best education. Private schools get listen, there's only a certain amount of public schools that are graded even on. Remember, they grade public schools. Brother, they grade public schools. Public schools are graded.
Central is rated almost one of the top schools in South Florida.
Yeah, but you're talking about a particular school. But if you take all these schools in Dade County, take all the schools in Dade County, what about the schools that are getting bad ratings? You think every school gets a great rating?
Not every school gets great ratings.
The percentage of them schools in comparison to private schools.
Not all private schools get great ratings.
Dog, private schools get more ratings than public schools. Private schools get better ratings than public schools.
Because you got to pay for it. That's
what I'm telling you.
Only thing is different with a public school and a private school. You got to pay for it out your pocket. That's it.
Nah. First of all, wait 1 second.
What are you
First of all, watch this. First of all, private school, less students in the classroom.
So?
What you talking about? When you have too many students in the classroom, everybody cannot be assessed in a reasonable, timely fashion. There's too many people and too many kids to address in the classroom. When you have less students, you can speak to more students. You can able to get your message across, get your education across in a more sufficient manner. When you have too many students in the classroom, it's hard to get to every student in a sufficient manner. That's facts.
Oh, so that's why all those bougie kids be antisocial.
No. The antisocial comes from because they're not growing up with the inner city kids. The inner city kids are considered the cool kids. Those are the cool kids. Private school kids are not considered the cool kids.
Man, you was the ones at the back of the class cracking jokes at the nerds. We ain't have to. But that was by choice, right? That was our choice to do that. The nerds them sat in the front of the class while I was throwing paper, hitting them in the back of the head. And what they did, stay paying attention to that teacher like, oh, they don't know what's going to happen in the future. Hey, they don't know. They stuck it out. They the real gangsters. They the real G's. You understand what I'm saying? And all them ones that go to private school and all that, wasting people money and all that, that don't build strength. That don't build character. That don't build nothing.
No. Listen. But you said we're talking about the education. So we agree that education is better in private schools than public schools, right?
No.
Look what she said right here. Look what Toya Ready Made said. I work in schools. Public schools are the worst. Public schools are the worst. Where's the teachers in here? Where the teachers at? And I know it's kind of like a conflict of interest. You guys can't necessarily speak about public school, but come on now.
I'm gonna break you down like this now. The teachers, now that's her opinion. On my opinion, public schools are awesome. Awesome.
No, listen. We're talking about education-wise. But we're talking about education. We're not talking about overall. Because awesome is very vague. You could be saying it's awesome, meaning social, meaning the landscape, meaning the different amenities. You can say that. I'm talking about education. What we go to school for.
It's by choice. Remember, like I said, we had the choice. We had the choice if we wanted to graduate. We had that choice. You think, hold on, you think if I'm in a smaller classroom that teacher just gonna force me to do something that I didn't want to do? No, I'm a rebel regardless.
It ain't about force. It's about, okay, you see like this in school, right? The kids in the back of the class, they usually get to clown around when you're in the back of the class. Why? Because there's so many students in the class, you hope that the teacher is less focused on you. But when you have less students in the class, you have no choice but to be focused on. The teacher's not gonna miss you because there's less students in the class. But the more students, the easier it is to overlook you because there's so many students in the classroom. And just like she said, less students means less work for the lazy teacher. All right, facts though. But at the same time though, as long as, okay, it's all about the graduation rate. What's the graduation? What is the let me tell you something. I can almost guarantee that more people graduate in private school than public school. I can almost guarantee that.
Remember, hold on. Let me break you down. Let me just break you down. Let me break you down. Let me tell you why that ratio might be even like that. You remember, I forgot the situation where the actress lady and her husband actually paid for their daughter's, I don't know if it was diploma or education through one of these private schools.
Yeah, but that's just, you can't take an exception. That's an exception, bro. That's like Tanya Harding when she broke the girls. That's an exception. You can't just,
how is it an exception?
You can't disregard the whole system because one woman paid for her. That happened in college too. That happened in college too. That happens in anything that you pay for, that you could pay for education.
Any system that you're trying to get around any system that you want to get around, there's always a loophole somewhere, right? And the loophole always pertains back to that number one thing: money.
No, you just point out the fact that because it's a money situation that somebody's able to buy the education. That goes in any industry. Any industry, somebody can buy their way in. Any industry. But that you're talking about an exception. The majority of the teachers are not. The majority of the parents are not paying. That's an exceptional. That's an exceptional situation.
But that still takes away from. It still takes away from this. All right, now I got to pay to put my child in a private school, right? I got to come out of my pocket and put my child in a private school. So I got to pay $1,000 a month for this private school, right? Now I'm $3,000. I got $3,000 to play with. I got $2,000. I got to pay my mortgage and $1,000 to feed my child. So my child is still getting took care of, regardless of the fact. If you want to break it back down to that situation, from the Saweetie, you understand what I'm saying? It's still the child is still taken care of.
Let me tell you something. Let me say, we about to bring this to a closure, this subject right here. But let me just tell you something. We have 2 women in the building that work in the educational field. All right. She said it's more in private schools, meaning more students graduate in private schools. Right. Here goes my sister. My sister's an actual teacher in New York. All right. Public schools are usually overcrowded, more challenging to address all students' needs. Private schools are usually smaller in class size, more time, opportunity to address students' needs. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's fact. I'm pretty sure more teachers will come on here and echo those same sentiments, dog.
That's a definite fact, but this is what's not a fact. Mm-hmm. How much these kids are actually going there to be just get out of the house, and how many are actually going there to learn.
What you mean?
Because a lot of these kids ain't really just going out the house just to get out the house.
No, but what I'm trying to say is, no, listen, I understand the fact that you're right. When you and Genius said the same thing, you're right. You still have to use your own willpower, right? But at the same time, we are creatures of persuasion, dog. You got to remember, that's why they have the term be your brother's keeper. When you see your brother slipping, like you see how you'll catch me slipping, you'll pull my coattail and be like, yo, Zoe, do this and woo-de-woo. I need that. You need your brother's keeper. So at the end of the day, you got to create an environment conducive to them learning. It's not just based upon their will to learn.
And that's why I say public schools can transition into that too if they had more kids and more people that actually cared about the education part and not the paycheck.
Yeah, but see, guess what now? There's no room for failure in a school that your mom is paying for your education. Because that's an issue. You're not paying for your public education. But when you talk about private school, somebody's paying. So guess what? If you're not getting the bang for your buck, you're gonna complain, and that's gonna go against the school's reputation, right? And they don't have the luxury of letting their school fall into those contexts of, oh, this school doesn't provide this, that, and the third, because you're getting paid by parents for your child to come out with the best education. So you're going to be held at that school. Private schools are going to be held accountable.
Now that just breaks it down, and I sit there. When you put it in that perspective, why even have public schools? Why not have every school you got to pay?
Because everybody can't pay for education.
Why is that? We paying taxes.
Because you're talking now. Hello, you talking about America? You talking about America? America has classes. You have the rich, you have the middle class, and you have the poor.
Taxes are paying for these teachers anyway. So it's like,
but not to the level
private schools anyway.
Not the level, not on the level of private schools.
Anyway. We're coming out of our
not on the level of private schools.
Just because it doesn't say private in front of that school, we're still coming out of our pocket. No matter if I am that Bentley rider or that bus driver, I'm still coming out of my pocket to pay for my kids' education.
But you saw them. I feel you, but that's a country issue. That's an American issue. That's an American issue. That's how our system is designed.
That's an education issue. That's a people issue. That's just like two different slices of cheese. Both of them came from the same cow, processed two different ways though. This one is 50 cents a slice, but this one is aged. This one is this and that to perfection. Yeah, but when you taste it, it's $25 a slice. And you sitting there like, yo, what the heck? In your mind, you thinking it's something different, but technically, it's just the process was different.
Let me tell you something.
You talking
about capitalism, and
still the same cheese.
You talking about capitalism?
The process was different.
No, I agree with you, but you talking about capitalism. At this point, you're just talking about why rich people have all the resources and poor people don't. That's a common question. That's a common American question. You ain't wrong for that, but that's just American. That's the American question. That's not even an American question. That's the life question.
That's a life question.
Every country.
Yeah,
that's every country that's subject to that. Now let's go. We done with that. Let's get out of this room. We done discuss about the educational system. We discussed about Erica. So I told you it's kind of messy. We spoke about Erica Mena Safari. We spoke about Quavo and Saweetie and their issues, and we also spoke about August Alsina. Right now, I want to go into Charleston White, man. All right. So Charleston White, you guys know Charleston White. He's an activist. He's an internet sensation. He's the one that's been trying to change everybody's mind on snitching. He's basically saying, black people, we took snitching too far. The term snitching, right? He's trying to balance it out. It's basically, how can I say it? He wants kids to start snitching. Let's just be blunt with it. He wants kids to start snitching. He's on a campaign for kids to start telling more. He's feeling like people are concealing things too often. Our community, we pride our community on not snitching. All right. I agree with him to a certain extent, because I believe if you're in the streets, keep your mouth closed because you're in the streets and you took a vow. You know what I mean? And it's because you indulge in crimes. So you have to follow the rules to this shit. I'm a firm believer in that, right? But now you have something, like I said before on another podcast, when Cameron said, they asked Cameron, I think Bill O'Reilly, somebody asked Cameron, I forget, and they said, if a serial killer lived next door to you, would you call the police? In which Cameron said no. Now, this is where I say they took the snitching too far. So you're telling me you would let a man go around serial killing people, raping and doing all type of this, that, and the third, as opposed to snitching on him? Now, you take it upon yourself and you say, yo, you know what? I'm going to handle my business my own. You risk putting yourself in life, putting in jail, put yourself in jail for life because you're trying to save others. Where does the not snitching come to an end? Like, that's ridiculous at that point.
Yeah, it's over ridiculous at this point because like we said, like you say, we was raised in that era. We raised like that. That's just in the black community itself. You know what I mean? Not to trust police, not to do anything because the brutality that our community suffered over the years and years and years. But just like you say, certain things doesn't make sense.
That's what I'm saying.
When does it stop? When does it actually stop? Yeah, petty crimes that's one thing, but actual murder, if you're not gonna be self-policing yourself and your community, let the ones who get in a check handle their job and do their job. You know what I'm saying?
Facts though. Shout out. Facts. I agree with you 1,000,000%. I just want to give a shout out to Young Don in the building. You guys, sometimes I'm gonna take a little time to read out the comment section because we want to break the discussion in the middle. But shout out to Young Don. When you guys get a chance, go on YouTube and check out Young Don's music. Fire. Also check out God Bane's music. Both of them got some fire music. Go on YouTube and check them out. God Bane and Young Don. All right. Like I was saying, back to subject. So back to what I was saying. So it wasn't so much about, I was giving an introduction on Charleston White, but Charleston White had an interview the other day in which something happened during the interview, and he upped his fire. He pulled out his pistol and he pulled out the pistol on not necessarily the host, but there was somebody in the room that I didn't see, right? But the host was trying to calm him down. So now you have the same activist now, he's upping his pistol. He's pulling out his pistol. We call it up in the fire. He upped his fire. He pulled out his pistol, right? And then he threatened the host. Like, oh, don't stand in front of me when I got a gun in my hand, homie. Okay. Now, I be saying like Charleston White, bro. Let me tell you something. I can't tell if you a gangster or you an activist. I'm lost, Charles. I'm lost. I'm lost with this man because his ego sometimes pops out. And he used to be in the streets, so sometimes the street comes out in him. So I'm confused about Charleston White. Are you an activist or are you not? Because you pulling out pistols, like what role are you going to play in society? You can't play both roles. You can't be an activist. I'm not saying you can't be an activist and a gangster because that's Black Panther. So it does happen. But you can't tread the fence like that. You can't play both sides of the fence to that degree, right? Because you're going around snitching on people. Last time I checked, the Black Panthers wasn't based on snitching. If you're gonna base your ploy, your campaign on snitching, you can't be out here doing crimes to the point where you can be snitched on. The snitch cannot be a criminal. The snitch is supposed to be a civilian. If you're a civilian, they say that you have the right to snitch because you're a civilian. You're not partaking in no crimes. But this man here, he runs his mouth like a thug. Charleston White talks like a gangster, like a thug, no lie. Right? Hey. But he switches over when inconvenient, he switches back into activist mode. But the man even went, the man went off on what's the name's mother? Duck, FBG Duck. FBG Duck, that's a drill rapper out of Chicago, for those that don't know, right? Who recently passed away. I think of last year he passed away, right? So many people passed this year, I wouldn't be surprised if it was this year, but I believe it was last year FBG Duck passed away. Now maybe it was this year. Don't hold me on that. But this man went and started cursing out Mama Duck. That's FBG Duck's mother. Now he's supposing he gives FBG Duck's mother money. I think she had some rent trouble or some car troubles.
And King Von's murder. That's what Genius said. Shots out Genius. You know what I'm saying?
Who that? Whose mother?
King Von's mother.
No, that's not King Von's mom. That's FBG. No. That's FBG Duck mama.
Yeah, he said they gave him some money too.
Oh, he gave King Von's mother too?
Yeah.
See, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Shout out to the comment section. Y'all keep me on point. Shout out to the comment section. Now, matter of fact, he was helping other people's mothers too. So to Genius's defense, yes.
Yeah.
He was, I don't know, I'm not sure if it was King Von's mom, but he definitely was helping out other people's mothers that their childs were victim of gang crimes and stuff like that. Right? So this man went to disrespect the FBG mama, talking about, yo, she just sucked my like the man went spazzed out. Now my thing is, brother, come on, man. What role are you playing? Because at the end of the day, you talking about you gonna shoot T.I.'s son in the face. You started making fun of T.I.'s son, talking about, oh, he woo, he looked like this, woo. You going in. Are you an activist? Are you not? Is Charleston White an activist or is he not? Because he's treading the fence, bro. He's playing all type of roles. And then he hides behind this activist, time to snitch superhero.
Yeah, man. That's what I be trying to see. I'm trying to figure him out. Like, why are you trying to play both sides of the field? Act like, oh, you're a good guy. You want everybody to do this, but then at the end of the day, you talking about, oh, boy, don't talk to me like that when I got my file on me. What contradictory person you is, but you don't want nobody. And was this person unarmed?
Who?
Was the person unarmed?
I'm not sure. I don't think they were armed, and I don't want to assume that because you never know who got the fire on them. But nobody pulled out no fire at no point. Nobody pulled out no fire, right? The host confronted him, and the host was telling him calm down and stuff like that. But then at one point he just turned and faced the host like, homie, don't pull up on me with no pistol in my hand.
Don't even talk to me.
And I can dig it because when you got that fire in your hand, you really don't want nobody talking to you. Like if you got a pistol in your hand and somebody's able to be aggressive with you, that means that pistol don't mean nothing. That's disrespect. So I understand when he said that. But once again, what role are you playing? Are you an activist or are you not? I don't get it.
What are you?
I don't get it.
Doing, bro? Like that's what I'm trying to figure out. What is he doing? You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I'm listening.
I was gonna say what Melvin said. He said no, he's not helping her, but he called her child a killing murderer that deserves to die. He's not a good activist. You're destroying minds by talking about people of the past like the great Nipsey Hussle. Facts though, the man going in on Nipsey Hussle too. So it's like,
yeah, man, he's a little contradicting, little crazy person running around right now, man. Like I say, man, double-edged sword gonna get you killed eventually, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
because
he's preaching. He's preaching this like he's preaching like, oh, don't snitch. But at the same time, people do crimes and not always for the wrong reason. People hurt people, but not always for the wrong reason. People kill people, but not always for the wrong reasons.
Straight up.
Right? Sometimes we do take law into our own hands. And everybody that takes law into their own hands is not wrong. The only thing that they're wrong on their part is because they jeopardize their freedom, knowing that people love them, but they're not wrong in the situation. Everybody that takes a life is not wrong. Everybody that does a crime is not wrong. It's just in the statutes, it's considered a crime. Everybody that commits a crime is not wrong.
That's it.
So when you talk about snitching on people, sometimes you're snitching on people with innocent intent. God judge you by your intentions. So you're snitching on people that have good intentions. Though they got caught up in the law, they had good intentions. Who is it? Why is it your position to snitch on everybody and be a hall monitor? I don't get it. Who elected you to be the official hall monitor?
Straight up. Who?
So like who? I don't get it. He's treading the fence. He's doing things that people will put their hands on him. But he's trying to say he should be able to say anything without somebody putting their hands on him. And that's not true. You got to be held accountable. And we're not always going to wait for the police to hold you accountable.
No, definitely not in this day and age. Not in this day and age, sir. Definitely.
You see what I'm saying?
Age.
So I'm on the fence with Charleston. Let me say some of Charleston.
I don't understand him right now, man. Like you said, I agree with him on certain terms of, yeah, all right, yeah, snitching there. You'll see a homeboy get murdered and this and that shit. If you actually not gonna go do nothing about it, bro, let the police handle their job.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna go do something about it, Go do what you're gonna do about it. And then you see if you want your life behind bars, if that's what you really want to do about it. You know what I'm saying? If that's how much it hurts you to the full extent, do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? But if you're not gonna do it, let the police handle their job. That's the only thing I say about that. But other than that, you want to be pulling out guns, you want to be pulling out weapons. Now you're enticing people. You're enticing people to one. That's the same way when Mike Tyson was knocking everybody out, what everybody wanted to do. Boy, I'm gonna knock Mike Tyson out. They training to knock this boy out. They trying to figure out how they gonna knock Mike Tyson out. But man, ain't barely nobody could do that. It was a big task. That's same way with Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather made himself the biggest target. What you gonna do? Oh man, I'm gonna take him out the game. That man went undefeated because why? He strategized. He strategized. The same way this guy trying to strategize using the law, because he actually is not no dummy. He knows the law. He know what he could carry on him. He knows what he could this and that. That man would carry a can of mace. That man would carry a this and that brass knuckles on him. But this and that, none of those things are considered deadly weapons. Might just be considered a weapon. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So this man is actually technically smart, but then he be trying to bait up people that don't have the education as him into doing something stupid. Come on, man. What is this problem?
That's what he's doing. He's baiting people. He's trying to lure people to do crimes. That's like entrapment, bro. Yeah, like he's luring. He's trying to be the most disrespectful person, and he feels like he has the right to be disrespectful. And he should be, his rights should be protected. But in actuality, yeah, our government, yeah, the police system, yeah, facts though. They do their job. Sometimes they don't, right? But at the same time, that doesn't mean that we can't take the law into our own hand. Though we are jeopardizing our freedom, that's our choice. We have free will. All right. So don't think that everybody's going to use the police to handle their situation.
Straight up.
To get justice. Everybody's not going to use the police to gain justice. Nor does the police use the police all the time to gain justice. No organization on this earth uses police all the time to get justice. You got police officers that's doing stuff behind police back. You got CIA that's doing stuff behind CIA back. You got feds and FBI doing things behind feds and FBI back. FBI back, okay? So don't think that every man, especially when you're a man, sometimes you're going to take justice into your own hands. And every man that takes justice into his own hands is not considered wrong.
Not at all.
Some are, but not all.
Not at all, brother.
So when you're snitching on people just because you've seen something, be careful who you're snitching on. If you don't know the circumstances, everything is not going to end up in the court of law. Everybody's not going to use those same channels to get justice. All right? Does that mean that they don't deserve justice?
All right.
Because a person doesn't call the police, does that mean that they don't deserve justice?
Oh, of course.
No, I'm not asking you that. It's a rhetorical. It's for the people. It's a rhetorical question. That question is really for the people, Planet. Because a man takes justice into his own hand, does that mean that he doesn't deserve justice? Because a man doesn't call police, does that mean that he doesn't deserve justice? Now, this is something that Melvin spoke about, right? He said, why do kids run from police? Because it's embedded. That's a whole different thing, right? That's something else. So, see, the reason why we don't snitch is because that reason right there, because we don't trust police. All right? We as the black, for obvious reasons, our community do not trust police. We have valid reasons, why we don't trust police, right?
Exactly.
But in the same instance now, it kind of has a reverse effect to the point where we don't believe in police at all. Now, I was wondering, one time I spoke to my father, right? I was like, man, I was speaking about government, like my displeased for government. I don't care about government and all that. My father was like, yo, what you talking about? We need government.
Straight up.
Now, when he said that, no lie, my pops made me feel like a fool. For a minute, I have a very rebellious nature. I'm from the streets. We don't rock with government. We don't rock with police, especially from a young lad, from a youth. I always had adopted that mentality. It's as I got older, I was able to adjust my mentality of how I think through my experiences, right? And through wisdom. So when he said that, when my father said that, it made me really like I had to check myself. Like, damn, what if we didn't have government? If we didn't have police and government,
pure savage life.
it'd be savageness out here. This would be the most savage environment that you ever encountered if there was no police and no government. Imagine no police and no government. Do you know how ruthless a human being can be? Do you know how savage a human being can get?
Just imagine what's going on right now. And we have government.
You know how quick we lose our religion? You know how quickly, you remember when Moses went up the hill and he brought people, he took them out of their bondage, and then he went up to the hill for a little bit, and when he came back down, people had calves, they was worshiping statues, and they was celebrating and drinking, and they lost their religion, right?
Sodom got, what they call it, Sodom and Gomorrah?
Yeah, Sodom and Gomorrah and all that. Listen, the people lost their mind once they wasn't under Moses' instruction. Yeah. Once Moses was not there to see them, what they were doing, these people lost their mind that fast. How long he went on the mountain for? A couple months, a couple weeks? What was it?
I don't know, but 30 days or what? To get the tablets and
Forgive
come back
me.
down?
I should know that. Forgive me.
We should know better, you know what I mean? But
maybe somebody in the comment section can let us know how long did Moses go on that mountain. Yeah. Paul Bizzle should know this question. This is why I need Paul Bizzle. This is what Bizzle is an expert in the Bible, right? Yeah. So with that being said, the people lost their mind. One thing I know about human beings, we lose our religion fast. Quick. Us human beings without God, without the concept of God, we are the most savage thing on this planet. Mm-hmm. We are savage by nature. It's the God within us. It's the laws of God that we adopt that humbles us and gives us some type of outline, of itinerary, a manual of how to conduct ourselves in the physical form, right? So with that being said, I just see the cat's light. I'm Lost by Charleston White. You know what I mean? And I would love to interview Charleston White. I would love to have him on the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, right? Because he definitely has a conflict. His point of view is in contrast to what I subscribe to.
I'm telling you, brother.
And he's wild. He's wild. He pulled out that pistol, and I couldn't tell. I'm like, damn, the activist went out the window. Charleston White went straight gangster.
I don't know if that's gangster, or if he's just, I don't know if it's one of his acts. I don't know at this point with this man. He's a character. He's a character. That's all I can say. Shots out Charleston White. Yeah.
Charleston White, that dude. Shots out. I did have a recording of Charleston White when he was saying what he was saying. I don't know if I can play it right now, but I did have a recording of Charleston White and actually his words, what he actually said. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Hold on one moment here. Let's see if I can get this going right here. Charleston White. All right, hold on. Let's see something.
Yo, man, see what this man Charleston. Let me hear what this man had to say. Physically.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it played right now. Wait 1 second. Wait 1 second.
This man Charleston White just had me just like in my eardrums, just feeling like, why do I want to hear him some days? You know what I'm saying?
Nah, Charleston White is super entertaining. I'm not gonna lie to you. That man is super entertaining, bro. He's a comedian now. Keep in mind, he's a comedian.
He treading on the wrong side of comedic tracks. That's all I can say. That ain't Dave Chappelle comedy. You know what I'm saying? He playing. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's all I can say. Shouts out to Dave Chappelle too, man. You know what I'm saying? Real comedians out here getting that real big boy check. If Charleston White is a comic, why is you want to be laughing with these goons and all this stuff down here and playing crazy? You're playing crazy. Stop that, man. Stop trying to entice kids and the young generation to hurt you, man. That's what it sounds like he's trying to do. You know what I'm saying?
Charleston White playing games, man. Yeah, I don't know if I'm able to say it right now. I'm just gonna say it on the thing, but let's see. You hear what's going on?
You don't even have it in your heart to do it. You don't even have it in your heart to do it. How you gonna dictate my heart? And I'm saying, hold on, homie. From the knowledge I got, King Von was a killer. My mama had 2 sons locked up for murder, and my mama let everybody know I'm not in agreement in what my son's done. Look, so this is what I'm saying. You can't make me care about King Von. Fuck that bitch. I don't give a fuck about his mama. Y'all love his mama. I don't.
You know, Von and Duck like Johnny.
I don't know that.
But you don't know.
I don't know that. But I don't give a damn about it. I helped this mama. Why do I need to know about 2 dead ass niggas? I don't give a fuck about Duck or Von. I helped this living mama. Fuck them dead niggas that preached about killing niggas. Give a fuck what they were. Why y'all not helping their mama? Why a nigga from Texas got to pay his mama car note? Why? And y'all want to tell me what I'm going to do with my money?
Yeah, you want to do it because you...
I didn't... No. She asked me.
No.
She asked you. Goddamn, now how I know that bitch need a car note paid? How the fuck I know she need a car note paid if she don't ask? You think I'm calling and asking if you need the car note paid?
Right. Nobody say I ain't gonna say...
Come on, homie. So this is what I'm saying. Nigga, not one of my homeboy mama, y'all will never have to help in Texas, nigga. I'm tired. So I can say fuck whoever mama, nigga. And I kill a bitch behind me saying fuck they mama. I done helped them bitches. So somebody else helped them hoe. And I ain't fucked now bitch and could have fucked the bitch. So y'all go help the bitch. Since y'all got so much to say. Bitch, give me back the money then, hoe. Funk ass bitch. I ain't have to help now one of you rotten ass hoe. Bitch, my mama ain't got a bunch of kids that died. Bitch, all you hoes buried your baby. Fuck y'all pain, bitch. Give me back my goddamn money, hoe. Or suck my dick, bitch. In Chicago, fuck y'all, suck my dick, bitch. I keep a goddamn gun for whatever. Nigga, I don't give a fuck about shit.
Bada bing, all right? So now, the thing is, we didn't get the part. Let's listen from the beginning. This is the beginning.
Saying, man, I heard about this kid too. How the fuck can y'all be saying this shit? Nigga, his mama.
And I think with that part being said, the only thing that kind of like, I guess, bothers the Chicago community is like, if you go do that, you gotta do that for everybody.
I ain't gotta do that. Y'all go do it.
That's the reason.
So what was Chicago to suck my dick? Because how you gonna put that on me when y'all ain't even done a little what I done?
Okay, great.
How you gonna dictate what I'm gonna do with my heart when you don't even have it in your heart to do it? You don't even have it in your heart to do it. How you gonna dictate my heart? And I'm saying, hold on, homie. From the knowledge I got, King Von was a killer. My mama had 2 sons locked up for murder.
All right. So you heard that part. Now there's a part where he put out the pistol. For some reason, I don't know. I thought I had that part where he put out the pistol on Buddy. So it didn't show. Oh, this is I'm supposed to get that part where he put out the pistol on Buddy. Then I didn't get that part. All right. So, but you see what he was saying, and he eventually pulled out the pistol. You know, and like I said, man, look how the man was cursing. Man, to my day could have sucked my woo-de-woo. I'm not even gonna repeat all those disparaging things that he said, right? But you can see it's like he's provoking people, and then he's promoting snitching. So he's telling you that you should be able to provoke people. You should be able to say whatever you want to say to people, and nothing should happen to you. So at the end of the day, I don't agree with nothing. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. He was making a slight argument. I was agreeing with some of his argument in the beginning of his campaign, but now as things start to play out, I'm not rocking with Charleston White. I'm gonna be real with you. It looks like he just want to get away with being disrespectful. And he wants people to get away with being disrespectful.
He's getting away so far, man. He's getting away so far. And like I said, it's one thing, yeah, you may have something against somebody, and yeah, you could speak ill will of somebody if they actually did you harm in this life and they died, okay, and it don't matter to you. But they mother and this and that, if you did it out of the kindness of your heart and genuine, you could have just been silent and just say, okay, bomb. All right, man. They feel it's like that. I know my truth and keep it at that. But no, you want to be, oh, F this, F they mama, F them female dogs of that nature, and that's a different characteristic right there. You wanna act like you're so much of a humble man and this and that. And if the right person gets the right opportunity, they're gonna take that chance to silence you just because of how you talking right now, and that sucks, bro. And your right message that could save somebody's life might not even get out there no more because you're trying to cut your own short.
Facts.
That's
Facts.
crazy,
I
bro.
see, hey Planet Boy, I see you with that Panda ensemble, boy. You got more Panda apparel on.
Oh, you know, this the one, the Panda apparel. You know, I gotta have that. The velvet, that's the Diddy edition. You know, I can't stop, won't stop.
Facts. I like that, man. I like that Panda.
Saying?
Shout out to Sharp with that Panda apparel. Shout out to Lang. Shout out to Luke Lang in the building, all right? Shout out to Luke Lang in the building. Big bruh. Shout out to okay, Paul Bizzle came back too, and he said it was 30 days, 30 nights that he went on that mountain, all right? So when I was speaking of thanks to Paul, listen, Paul Bizzle, he knows about the Bible. Thank you for coming in the clutch, homie. Paul Bizzle said 30 days and 30 nights Moses spent on that mountain, right? And when he came back down, everybody lost their religion.
They was partying and going crazy.
Facts, though. So listen, man, we discussed a few things. We're gonna go. There's one more thing I want to talk about. We're gonna talk about this. Well, first of all, shout out to Diddy and his son. All right, P. Diddy and his son are at the top of the charts right now. I think they're the first father and son tandem to ever conquer the charts like that and be at the top of the charts. So shout out to P. Diddy. Shout out to his son, something Combs. What is his son name?
Combs, man.
I'm not sure. Combs, all right? Shout out to Diddy's son. If you don't, that's Diddy's twin, all right? He got he got Justin, Wootney Woo. He has the 2 twin daughters. He also has, what's the name is considered his son too. That's really Albie Sure's son, Quincy. Shout out to Quincy. Yeah. But I'm forgetting his actual twin's name. Puffy has a twin that looks like the epitome of Puffy. Yeah, he likes Puffy in his younger days. All right, so shout out to Puff and his new accolades. All right, he's at the top of the charts right now with his son. All right? His son got that song with Kodak Black. Shout out to Kodak Black Mafia. Shout out to home team. All right.
Zo life or no life.
Zo life or no life. Zo shit, no whole shit. You heard me.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna lead off with this. We're gonna talk about that World Cup. Now, you guys know, though I'm Haitian, I did play soccer, but I'm not big on the soccer industry. So maybe you guys can help me out. But shout out to the World Cup. I came to find out today I didn't know. Well, I've been knowing that. I know on an international level, soccer is bigger than any American sport. And I've been knowing that, right? But they did some what's the name? Some schematics, right?
And some censuses. Yes.
They went and did some statistics. And they said it's 110 million people that were in attendance for the Super Bowl, watching the Super Bowl, as opposed to 1 billion people watching the World Cup.
Yeah.
All right, so that just proves the World Cup is bigger than any American sport. And we are competing. I believe we're going against England at this point. So shout out to America, because we do live in America. All right. Football.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man. Football is international.
And I don't know who won with Brazil. Brazil was playing the other day, and I heard Germany. Did Germany lose?
I was watching the game earlier. I think United States played today.
Yeah, they playing England.
They played England, and that ended at 0-0 for sure.
Yeah, 0-0. That was the score.
You know what I mean? So I wish I knew if I was more of a, what we say, soccer head, I could give you the breakdown of the brackets and stuff like that. But nah, I'm an NFL head. I'm an NBA head. You know what I'm saying? Just like we say, I'm part of that 114 million.
Facts. You know Facts. But shout out to soccer. I know of Pelé, the most legendary soccer player. Pelé.
Shout out to what these girls want to be, Messi. You know what I'm saying?
All right, that's a new cat, right? Yeah, and Ronaldo is the number one soccer player. I think he's the number one athlete in the world at this point. He has 500 million followers on Instagram. Some ridiculous number. Shout out to Ronaldo. You know what I mean? I seen my homeboy Paul Bizzle, his mom was watching soccer. So it's great to see the elders, they watching soccer and stuff like that. You see people's parents are watching soccer. So soccer has all generations in attendance. So shout out to the whole soccer, shout out to the whole international sport, everybody involved. All right, shout out to America going against England, shout out to England, shout out to Brazil, shout out to Germany, etc., etc.
Shout out to y'all, Jamaica for winning the World
definitely
Cup.
shout out to Jamaica.
Remember when we win the World Cup them years there? When
Facts.
We in the final four.
Facts. You know, Jamaica's heavy competitors.
Shout out to Usain Bolt. Shout out to the yo, don't even let me get out to a little bit. Yo, I'm crying over the bobsled team still. I'm still crying over the bobsled team. We didn't even have snow, but we make it in the final. Facts.
Facts. Jamaica got a bobsled team. They don't even have no snow. That part. How they do? Where they do that at? But they do it in Jamaica, obviously.
We do it in our yard. Yes,
facts. Shout out to Jamaica.
Yeah, man.
Oh, shout out to Ocasio, Louis Ocasio, checking in from Philadelphia. This is how we hit that comment section, man. Shout out to the whole Mafia. Shout out to everybody that's in that comment section. Shout out to Louis Ocasio. Shout out to Luke Lang. All right. Shout out to Melvin Armstrong. Shout out to Paul Bizzle. Shout out to Toya Ready Made. Shout out to Tanya Fan, sis. Shout out to everybody in the comment section. Shout out to Guy Bain. Guy Bain. Y'all go check out Guy Bain music. What you saying, Planet?
Shout outs to all these beautiful people in the building, man.
Facts. Shout out to the good people. Shout out to Young Don. You guys make sure to go check out Young Don's music also. All right. Shout out to everybody in attendance, and we are the Mafia. You guys make sure you do not leave this live without hitting that like button. All right.
Or leave a comment,
you guys
share, like, love. You already know what time it is. It's Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast. Enjoy, because we enjoy having you here. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Blessings.
Blessings, y'all. Blessings. All right. With that being said, Don't Shoot the Messenger. This is L.O.T.S. approved media. This is the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 10. All right. Episode number 10. We did that, all right? And we're going to continue to progress. It's going to get better and better and better, all right? Like I said before, this episode number 10, I go by the name of L.O.T.S. approved. I'll let my dog introduce himself.
I go by the name of Planet, goddammit, free G5. You already know what time it is. Shouts out to everybody that's watching. Shout out to my Texas family. Shout out to my Mexican family. Shout out to my England family. Shout out to my Yard family. Shout out to my Haitian family. Shout out. Oh, boy, I sound like I'm about to go into a song, boy. Shout out. That's so much song. Hey, boy. Shout out to my Asian family. Shout out to my Jamaican family. Shout out to my you know what I'm getting down.
Shout out to the whole community, man. Shout out to the whole Caribbean, Jamaica, to Haiti, to Bahamas, to Trini, to everybody in the whole Caribbean, the whole West Indies. Shout out to everybody to abroad, from England, wherever you at, whatever corner of the earth you at. Shout out to Mother Africa. Shout out to everybody. All right, now, you guys, we end this on a note. We're going to end this off how we usually end this off. For the past few shows, we've been ending in a certain way. I'm going to let Planet, goddammit, take over it right now. All right? What you doing, champ? I'm waiting on you. Let me get my face straight, though.
But no, this is what I want to do. Nah, this is what I actually want to do, for a serious note.
All right.
You know what I mean? This ain't that. I don't have a joke for y'all, but I want to appreciate y'all for sticking with us through these 10 episodes, man. For without y'all, it wouldn't be us sitting here getting the energy, waking up to continue to do what we need to do. And that's our Thanksgiving to y'all for giving us thanks. And we giving thanks to y'all for staying here with us. And just, man, we in the U.S. right now, so stay in the U.S. with us. We in our ugly stages and keep growing with us, man. And we appreciate y'all and thank y'all so much, man. So
facts, though. And that's my sentiments exactly. I feel the same exact way, all right? We appreciate y'all 1,000,000%, all right? Like I said, it's the 10th episode, and we all family, and you guys helped me a lot with this show. Especially when I'm missing an answer for a question, you guys are able to fill in those answers. So we appreciate
fill in the
y'all
blanks.
highly.
I appreciate you. I love y'all when y'all fill in the blanks. Thank you. Thank
All
y'all
right, so I'm gonna reset this once again. All right, you guys are partaking in the L.O.T.S approved media. Don't shoot the messenger podcast. Bow. All right, I go by the name of L.O.T.S approved. This is my partner, Planet. God damn it, and we about to leave the building. You guys, happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your weekend.
Happy Thanksgiving, because we always giving thanks every day, man.
Every day. Man. Stay safe throughout the weekend, all right?
Hey, man, I think it's some more food here. I don't know, bro. You got to come check. Other than
about
that,
to pop up. You know that
you
part.
already know. We got to, I'm going to do it.
Yeah. Soon there.
You soon there?
Soon there.
Oh, you soon come true.
Yeah, me soon come true. Me soon there. Me I gotta be there. Me there. Me there. Me there. Me there.
Forward then. Forward.
That part.
Forward.
All right, facts.
Blessings, my brother. Yeah.
Blessings, everyone.